Hi everybody, it's Dee Slater with Create with Dee. Welcome to my Wednesday Facebook Live. I hope everyone's having a great week. If you're watching the replay, welcome. Thanks for watching it. I so appreciate it. Well, let's get right to it. We are going to make of course, we're in June and we're doing our pocket card series. This is our number 4th card in it, and it's an origami fold. It's and there's 4 steps to the fold. I'm just going to go jump right in and show you what that looks like before I've got it on a little piece of scrap paper here, so so that you can kind of see it. So this is a hi Marge, thanks for saying hi. So we're going to take from our 12 by 12 designer papers. We're going to cut it down to an 8.5 by 11. Let me just zoom this out just temporarily here. So I think this is better. Okay, anyway, sorry about that. We're going to start with an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. And the first step that we're going to do is we're going to fold it in half from both directions. So we're just going to fold it up, open it up, and then fold it in half the other direction. Open it up, and then we're going to fold down the corners. So we'll do the top left and the bottom right. So like step 1 is to do the 2 folds. Step 2 is to fold in the opposite corners. Step 3 is to fold it upwards. And then step 4 is to fold it over. That's it. That's all there is. Hi, everybody. Thanks for saying hi. Hi, Linda. Hi, Doreen. Okay, so today I'm going to be using the designer paper from Lovely Linens, and I'll have more to say, or Lovely in Linen, and I'll have more to say about this designer paper afterwards if you want to stick around. Okay, hi, Janet. All right, so now let's do it with our pattern paper. And whatever side that you want to be on the front of your card. Oh, and let me show you what this does then. Gee, mini Christmas, that would help. So here's what it's going to look like. So when it's all done, you have a pocket in the front. And then when you open it up, you have a pocket on the inside. Okay, so that's our double pocket origami fold. So whatever side that we want to be facing up when we're all done, we're going to turn that side face down. All right, so let's do our 4 steps. So first is to fold it in half in either direction, and I'm going to kind of turn it to me. We're not even going to get our scoring tools out. We're just going to go ahead and fold it just on our own. Open that up and fold it in the other direction. Oops, I want to line that up. So we just want to line it up, maybe give it a good burnish, and open it up. So now you can see the 4 quadrants here. Next, what we're going to do, and I'm going to kind of show you where that is. That probably is not the best color here, but we're just going to take this down until it meets the score line and press it back. And I'm just going to see if I think I overshot it again. The angle that I'm standing isn't always conducive to it. All right, so then we're going to do the top left, bottom right, and I'm going to pinch this just a little bit more so I can see it at my angle. And we'll line it up to the score line. And finger press it back. Then we're going to take the bottom and move it up. And then that was step 3, and step 4 is to fold it back over. Now we've got a lot of folds here with our designer paper, so what I like to do is go ahead and kind of hold it down on the corner and then take my bone folder and just move it on back like that. And that's it. Doreen's asking if this could be made with any size of paper. I'm sure that it could. It's just a matter of you're just quartering it. So I think any size of paper, it would work. And of course you would get a different one. This is going to fold into our standard like card base of 5.5 by 4 1/4. I'm just going to get some, whoops. I kind of had that all wonky when I was doing that. Here we go. Let's do it again. But yes, any size will work. All right, so there we go. Now I'm going to be a little off because I, had that corner. I couldn't see it just right from my angle, but we'll be able to go forward and you'll be able to see it. Okay, so that's it. That's all there is to it. What I like to do, and this is totally optional, is that if you want, you can leave this so that the pocket goes here and it's kind of loose like this, and they would pull it out. But I like to kind of anchor this corner here. So let's go ahead and let's do so on our project here. I'm going to take some liquid glue and I'm going to go ahead and unfold it for right now. I found it to be easier. So when you open it up, where we have our little triangle piece, this is what's going to make the pocket when we fold it back up. So I'm going to take just a little bead of multi-purpose glue and kind of close up that edge. Get it started here. Maybe get another one. I'm always down to the nitty-gritty. There we go. So a little bead there and a little bead here. And that's just going to give it just enough to keep it closed. I don't want to use, I'm going to go ahead and fold that back up. I don't want to use anything too thick of an adhesive, but because when we put the card in, I want it to be able to clear the sides. So that's why I just like using liquid glue on that. Okay, so that's going to keep those bottom ones down. All right, let's go ahead and we'll make some decorating for it. So in this paper, there's the sweet sorbet, and I'm using basic white. I'm going to kind of show you a little bit of difference on it. On my samples here, I used 5 by 3 3/4 with the Layer and Whisper white of 1/4 left at 3.5 by 4 3/4. And I thought, because I wanted to make sure that it was plenty loose to pull out. On this, what I thought I would do is make it just a little bit larger, just so that you can see the difference. So on this one, I did 5 1/8. Now I tried the 5 1/4, and it gets a little tricky here on the edge. So cutting off just that little extra 1/8 of an inch will work. So 5 1/8, or I'm sorry, 5 1/8 here by 3 7/8. And then this is 4 by 5 1/4. So those are going to be our measurements for these. And I'm not going to do the stamping on this. You guys watched me do this the other week where I took the blends, or you could use sponge daubers direct to your stamp. So if you wanted to do that, you could. And for this is all part of that Lovely Linen Suite. I'm using Lovely and Lasting and the Lovely Label Punch today. And so that's what I did here. But what I thought I would do on this is I'm going to kind of leave it blank right now, but you could do extra stamping like I had shown there. When we're done with our cutting our 8.5 by 11, we get, if I did the 11.5 first, I've got this nice long strip here. And then out of the 1-inch strip that's left over, I cut these into, it's a 1-inch by 4-inch strip. So what I want to do is I want to just go ahead and layer these on my basic white first, because this way I can kind of leave it a little more generic, and you'll see why here at the end. I wonder if I picked up the bad one again. Not bad, just, it's not, I need to take a needle to it or something. All right, so on this one, I just wanted to see how you can play around with the strips of the leftover pieces. And we're gonna put that up on the top of the basic white. And then we'll go ahead and get this on our layering piece of our sweet sorbet. And I'll have all of the measurements up here later on tonight. Okay, and then that's going to tuck right in here. And now it kind of has a little more of a coordinated feel to it. And if you wanted to, you could always turn it to this way, and so when they pull it out, then the matching paper's on the bottom as well. I'm going to put it on the top right now, and we'll just see how that goes. And then let's do the same thing on the inside. So again, this is, so there's just, that way we're using up that little 1-inch strip that's left over. And if you didn't want to do it here, you could put the 1 inch maybe on your envelope. Whoops, a little wonky there. Let's get that straightened up. And we'll do the same thing. So literally this card base, you saw it just took like the only time in it is really pretty much cutting the cards or the designer paper, and you know, 2 seconds you've got a fold on it. All right, let's get that one tucked on the inside then too. And you can see that that kind of opens up a little bit. That can help you stage it if you want to. All right, so then the next thing, let's go ahead and we'll put our sentiment on. And again, I'm using Lovely and Lasting. This stamp set happens to coordinate with the paper as far as this image here and some of the tile images. And I absolutely love this outline that is that coordinates with the punch. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Happy Birthday. Can zoom this back in now, see if it'll let me. There we go. And you can either stamp the outline first and then stamp the sentiment, or vice versa. I kind of like to do the sentiment first. So I'm going to use the Sweet Sorbet and the Happy Birthday. And when you go to stamp, you want to stamp this way because the punch is going to punch out in this orientation. And so that's what I like to do. So I've got just some scrap basic white. So I've got that with our Sweet Sorbet. And then one of the other colors on this paper is Evening Evergreen. It also has Soft Succulent in it. But now I can see, this is why I like to stamp the sentiment first. I can see exactly the outline of where I want to go. And give that a little press. It's got this cute border on it. This is a great tag punch, I think. And so now I can come in, I opened it up and I turned it upside down, and we'll line it up. And we'll punch. So cute, cute and easy little tag there. Also in the, within the stamp set here, there's a little stamp. Let's see, where did I put it? Oh, it's here. It has all of these little elements here that fit perfectly around the label if you want. So I just used this little floral image. It kind of picked up the color here, and I'm using Pale Papaya. And just to show how, as an example, that if you wanted to, you could put that around. But it's got little borders and everything else in that stamp set, so that's kind of nice. And so I've got something else on that other side of it. But it's great that it's photopolymer. You can just see what it is. And so you can put it, I'm putting it on all 4 corners. And I think all of these sentiments will fit inside of this label. So even if the paper's not your thing, it's kind of a nice little stamp set if you're looking for one. All right, so we've got that. And like I said, I've got some other tips here in just a little bit of how that you can maybe think about our little quick 4-step project here. I'm grabbing 3 Stampin' Dimensionals. And what I want to do is I'm going to put them on the left side, the back left side. And you want to keep it there because we're going to kind of go over. We're going to shoot over into the diagonal fold that we made. Okay, so we can do that. Okay, let me get this back in here. So here you can write, and here you can write. And this is what I thought I'd show you if you didn't have necessarily a stamped image here. This is my good old, like, pretend it's a gift card type of thing. What you could do is you could actually put a gift card right behind it there. And that's why I didn't want to stamp on it there. And then when you pull it out, you would just hold that down with a little, you know, mini glue dots on it. And then you could write here. But then that gift card could be sitting right behind the happy birthday. So that's why I didn't want to stamp on this one. I had that idea afterwards. Oh, thanks, Linda. I'm glad you like it. And then, of course, this is to, you know, another area to write or to do whatever. All right. So that's the, you know, that's our quick little four-step fold here. And I did want to give you just a few other ideas on this paper. I was just kind of, quite honestly, playing around with it the first time this week and really opened it up. What I kind of came to realize is that I'm going to kind of show this like as side B. Look at these great neutral sides. And because I just got some of my pre-order in for the holiday mini, you know, I'm like just was seeing Christmas images and fall images. I thought, oh my gosh, you know, these are all great fall and basically all purpose or even masculine patterns. And then here's the other side of it as well. So let me bring the stamp set back in. So let's pretend that we did that same card because maybe we're giving some gifts or something, or we want to use it. In that stamp set is cheers, and it's and we have this little image here, but actually I used a different image. I had it laying around. Oops, but you could do this one too. But all of a sudden, look at that. If you were giving like a bottle of wine or something like that, you know, and then those are the in color matte dots. And so cheers, like this isn't just like for birthday and thinking of you, like anytime that you would want to give maybe, you know, a gift, or even for Christmas, we just do a little extra color, a color combo on it. So anyways, that's me giving a little love to this designer paper, lovely in linen. And again, I think it's got some nice neutral patterns that you can really play with, and it's kind of perfect for this type of a card design here. All right, everybody, it was so short and sweet tonight, but that's the beauty of these easy pocket cards. And I hope that you enjoy it, and leave a comment about 10 o'clock. I will draw for a winner, and I'll give somebody this one here so that you too you as well could use this as a gift card holder if you would like to. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Happy crafting. Bye-bye.